5 words to understand 15 sentences in Afrikaans. Believe it or not, but today we'll be learning the meanings of only 5 Afrikaans words, and once you know these meanings, you'll be able to understand 15 sentences in Afrikaans. So, first word, In English, this means a or an, like a man, a man. But unlike English, in Afrikaans, you don't have different variations for a or an, it's just a. So anything that you're referencing to is just a, regardless of whether it starts with a vowel or not. So that's our first word, a. Our second word, op. This means on or on top of. Op. Our third word, het, which means has or have. Het. And then our fourth word, dit, which means it or this. For example, dit is my pen. Then our fifth and final word, van, which means of. And this type of I mean like the end of the week. And I gave you an example here where you'll probably be able to understand the sentence because we already learned die in my previous video, which basically just means the. Die eind van die week. And if you look at the sentence, you'll understand week. I'm just pronouncing it differently. So you do already understand that sentence in Afrikaans. Die eind van die week. Now, let's get into the 15 sentences. Don't worry if at this point you can't really remember the 5 words. I have highlighted them in the 15 sentences, so you will be able to refresh yourself. Here are our 15 sentences. Number 1. Hy, which in our previous lesson we learned means he. All of the orange highlighted words are the words we learned in the previous video, and the pink ones are our 5 words that we learned now. Hy is die president van die partij. Might sound a bit different when you first hear it, but looking at it on paper, you might realize that there are quite a few words that is the same in English. Second sentence. Die opponent is a rebel. The opponent is a rebel. Die opponent is a rebel. Sentence number 3. Dit is propaganda. It is propaganda. Number 4. Dit was die eind van die week in April. It was the end of the week in April. Number 5. Die senior student drink port in die hotel. The senior student drinks port in the hotel. As you can remember from the previous lesson, in Afrikaans, whether it's singular or plural, a verb like drink doesn't get an S at the end. That's why in Afrikaans it's just drink. Number 6. Die dame het 'n ring. The dame has a ring. Number 7. Die man sing 'n solo in die restaurant. The man sings a solo in the restaurant. Number 8. Die motor is modern. The motor is modern. Number 9. In die motor is petrol. In the motor is petrol. Number 10. Waar is die permit? Where is the permit? Number 11. Plant a palm in die park. Plant a palm in the park. Number 12. Die tent is in die park. The tent is in the park. Number 13. Die palm van my hand is hard. The palm of my hand is hard. Number 14. Dit is my land. This is my land. And finally, number 15. Die Lantern is in die hut. The lantern is in the hut. So obviously, you'll have to do a little bit of memorization in order to learn the 5 words that we've learnt today. And also, I guess it takes a little bit of brain power to, even though you see some of these words as English, to kind of figure out how you're supposed to pronounce them in Afrikaans. But already from a reading perspective, you'll more or less, knowing these 5 words, be able to make out what each of these 15 sentences means, which means you practically already know Afrikaans.